Well, good evening and good evening again to everybody. A very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Lorraine and I'm your host for the evening. We are so happy to have you with us today, both the new participants for season 12, the alumni, that's the past participants, and our families and guests. Welcome. We're truly excited to have you here, and we appreciate your interest and commitment to improving your health and supporting healthier communities. We want to assure you that you're in the right place. And if you're joining us to learn or to support someone you love, or simply to explore what lifestyle changes can do for you, then you are definitely in the right place. As you have heard from the stories, it's lifestyle change and not diet and not a fad. At DTLC, we don't promote fads because DTLC is a total lifestyle change program. The D there stands for diabesity, a blend of diabetes and obesity, because those are the two areas that we really love to help people to sort. So diabesity, total lifestyle change, is what DTLC is. It doesn't mean that it's only for diabetics, but it's about living better, about having more energy, about preventing disease, and building habits that support lifelong health. Today's session being the inaugural 12th session, and so we shall start with some questions to get everybody involved and to help you to see how these simple daily habits can change your long-term health and well-being. Because as we know, your health is your wealth. In fact, the greatest wealth you can ever have is your health. So please settle in, actively participate, and most importantly, enjoy the session. And to start us off, we want to introduce the founder of DTLC, that is Dr. Alice Ojwang, with 25 years under her belt, practicing dietetics and nutrition. And she's also a lecturer in the Department of Health and Biomedical Science at the Technical University. So Dr. Ojwang, please welcome and tell us about DTLC. What is DTLC and why should we join? And what's the thinking behind DTLC? Welcome, Dr.
Okay, thank you very much for your kind words. So now I want to ask you a question, a silly one perhaps. Do I start with the questions or do I start with the introductions?
Well, let's tell us something. Let's get to hear from you first, and then we can be ready for the questions.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Alice, as you've been told. I've been doing this for working with people living with diabetes and obesity and, of course, chronic diseases for the last 25 years. And the reason we started this program is because after working, actually the experience now is 27 years. After working for all those years, I decided that if we wanted to impact more people, then I needed to have a group wellness program. And this is season 12, as you can see. It's been very, very, very fulfilling because you can see people have done so well, some unbelievable. So from putting diabetes in remission, cancer in remission, kidney problems, and people just really improving their health. So if anybody joined DTLC, they will improve their health. They will have results, okay? People's results are definitely different. But anyway, good evening and welcome. Today's session is the future of health is lifestyle. And because life has become so expensive, medicine has become so expensive. So we want to thank you for joining the DTLC Season 12 launch. It is encouraging to see so many people coming together because they are about their health and their families and their future. So as you're here, please send a message to some of your friends, some of your relatives, so they can join the session and learn a little bit more. So today, healthcare is changing, and we know it is changing very fast. It's expensive. Every day they're building hospitals, cancer centers, new hospitals are coming up all the time. But why is that? Why are we having so many hospitals? Is it because people are not taking care of themselves? But what I know is that there's so much information out there. So people are no longer asking, what medicine should I take? People are now asking, what can I do every day to live better, longer, and stronger? And of course, that definitely reduces your cost and improves if you're asking the right question, it's good for your health. If you're asking the wrong questions, it's bad for your health because you don't want to take a lot of medicine. And that is why our theme is simple but powerful. The future of health is lifestyle. I remember when I finished university, when I finished high school, I wanted to do medicine. I wanted to do medicine so bad. But unfortunately, I didn't qualify for medicine because I failed Swahili. Unfortunately, if you failed Swahili, you couldn't join medicine because you had to have an A in Swahili. I didn't pass Swahili. It didn't make sense to me. I fought with my parents a little bit like, oh, I want to do medicine. You just take me anywhere in the world. But of course, they couldn't afford to take me to India or any other country because I was asking, but they were not able to take me to those countries. So then what happened? So then my uncle, who is a professor in pathology, told me that nutrition is the best medicine. And the quote he used at the time was that if the doctors of today do not become the nutritionists will be the doctors of tomorrow. That is in 1995. That's when. So then he actually helped me to find which university to go to that actually taught nutrition, which at the time was Kenyatta University. And that's how I became a dietitian. Because even then, my uncle was nutritionist is the best medicine. You help people not to go to hospital. And I feel bad when so many hospitals are being built and so many cancer centers and people are suffering from this. So it means that we still need to work harder as dietitians or nutritionists. We still need to work harder to help more people. So I don't know how I'm going to do it. I can only do it with your help. But yes, so across the world, we are seeing a shift. Science is confirming that what many communities have always known, that the way we eat, the way we move, the way we sleep, the way we manage stress and connect with others shapes our health more than anything else. And of course, also the natural doctors, these are just the natural doctors, good food, yes, we eat, you can afford food, you can put on the table, but how should you eat this food? When should you eat your large portion? When should you eat your small portion of food? Does it affect your health? Yes, it does. It does so much. For example, if you eat a large meal at night, you're going to sleep. You don't need it. So your sugars will be high if you're diabetic. If you're hypertensive, you've eaten meat, your blood pressure will be high the whole night. You don't sleep properly. Your body is going to store all that food. Then there comes overweight. And if you don't change how you eat at night, then everything just gets worse. Your blood sugar gets worse. Your blood pressure gets worse. Anything else gets worse. You're fatigued, and that is just one thing. So we know that health is not built in a hospital because when you go to the hospital, they don't give you this information. They give you medicine. They diagnose you and treat you with the problem. But so you have responsibility for your health. Your health is really built at home, in the kitchen, the food you eat, what you prepare, what you buy, and then, of course, in our routines, our daily routines. So, what are your routines? What time do you sleep? What time do you exercise? Do you manage stress? Do you connect with your family? Or you're so busy with work that you don't connect with the family, you don't connect with the children, And what choices do you make? For example, what choices do you make in terms of eating, in terms of resting? So, well, the good news is we know that small changes done consistently will create life-changing results. I can give you one tip for today. Apply it, and you will see in a very short time what is going to happen. So why don't you, from today, everybody who is here, eat your dinner like a pauper. Do not eat animal protein at night. Send me a message in 1 week and tell me the difference, how you feel. Just stop eating dinner. Most of us eat dinner, large portions of dinner. You've come from work, then you eat it at 9, 10. No, eat dinner before 7, all right? And that dinner should have just lots of vegetables and a small piece of starch. No animal protein at night because it affects your dinner. So anyway, so that is the challenge I'm giving you today because I've told you that small changes done consistently create life-changing results. And I've given you one tip that has benefited thousands of people through DTLC 1 to 12. So What does DTLC do? DTLC is Diabesity Total Lifestyle Change Program. Why do we call it that? Because my specialty is in diabetes and obesity. So I deal with weight management and diabetes. And of course, in between diabetes and obesity, we have chronic diseases. We have high cholesterol, we have high blood pressure, and diabetes and hypertension and all those things. That's what I specialize in managing, okay, and prevention and management. So the DTLC program, it's a support system. It is a community. I realized that when you work with a group, and this came when my practice turned 10 years old, which was then into 2011, we started a program called Kilo Watcher. So we worked out with people in the field. We went to public service club and we ran together. We exercised every day together. We met from time to time, and then we were able to work out together. But what I found is that the success was higher than when I see individuals, because you were doing it group. And of course, studies have shown that when you have a support system, because it's not only me trying to motivate you, it is the male participants, it is the female participants, it's the older people. Because in this group, we've had people who are in their 80s, people who are in their 70s, So you have a whole support system, you have a whole family. And then we also have a whole faculty, and you're going to meet some people today. So really, it's a practical guide for people who want to take control of their health, one step at a time. We focus on 5 powerful foundations, like you said: food, movement, sleep, stress, and community. Of course, the sessions we have, there are 12 sessions, and these 12 sessions we have nutrition sessions, we have fitness, which starts today. So for those who have joined, we have a group that we formed, and so we try to work together. And definitely in the session, we'll have something on physical activity. We have 6 sessions on food. We have sessions on sleep, on stress, on food care, on community and association. So we have a lot. So because real health is not about perfection, it's about consistency. So are you consistent with your steps? You don't have to make 10,000 steps if you can't. You can start by 3,000 steps. One week you're doing 3,000 steps every day, and then the next week you go to 4, and then in week 5 you go to 7, and before you know it, you're actually doing 10,000 steps. And what we find that after week 5, I think Victor, who you just listened to, after week 6, he had already been stopped from medication. So he had to still do 12 weeks. So what you do really matters. So at DTLC, we walk this journey together through guided education, through shared experiences, through accountability. So accountability is you need to join the program, join the step counter, for example, post your food, post your numbers, or share your numbers with the facilitators so that we can be able to explain for you. And then of course also through encouragement, people tell you, well done, you're not alone, okay? And through real practical lifestyle skills. So by the time people leave DTLC, and if some of our alumni are here, they can share their experiences. So you learn. By the time you finish, you have, the last score we always have, I think in DTLC 7, that is when we had the most people living with diabetes, almost 75. And when they finished, they said they were 98% confidence in managing their condition. So you can be confident in managing whatever you are. So this launch is not just about starting another program. It's about starting a movement. We want to start a lifestyle movement because it makes a difference, and we can only do it with you. Like I said, people are still building hospitals. I walk along the road somewhere, you're driving, there's a new hospital, there's a cancer center. I feel so bad because I know as a dietitian, I've lived it. If you eat healthy and you exercise and you just learn how not to eat too much food at night and eat less in the morning, and just eat more in the morning, and a few other things, you can actually change the course of your condition. Because we know one of the things that helped me specialize in diabetes, because I used to feel so bad because most of the time the patient was referred to me when their blood sugar was so bad, they already had a chronic condition, I mean, a complication of diabetes, like a kidney problem. That's when I got them. And I was like, no, I don't want to get you then. I want to prevent. So this is a movement. We want to shift from confusion to clarity. Most people are confused. I'm on medication. I'm just gaining weight. The medication dosages are just increasing. I have a bottle here that many people don't like. I don't know if you can see it clearly. Yeah, this is a bottle of medicine, and you can find that some people, because you're taking 3 tablets or 5 tablets every day, count every day for a month, for 3 months, for 6 months. So maybe this was you're taking in 6 months or you're taking in 3 months, which is really dangerous, but we can prevent that. So we want to come, shift from confusion to clarity. You need to know your numbers. If I put here, a blood sugar of 10, for example, is that a good sugar or not? Most people would say, most diabetics will say it's a good sugar, but if it's at fasting, that is a very high sugar, you know. So it depends on the time. Isolation to community. Really, if you're managing a health condition, you need a community. It works best, and studies have shown that. Then we want to shift from short-term fixes to long-term transformation, because sometimes you have a headache. You always have a headache. And you're not finding out, why do I have a headache? You don't find, why do I have a headache? You don't think about it. You just take medicine. You just take medicine. We have not found what the problem is. So taking medicine is a short-term fix. It's not transformation. Long-term transformation means you have to go and identify the underlying problem. And most importantly, a shift from managing illness to just building health. We don't want you to just manage your illness. So wherever you are journeying from today, this message is just for you. Your health is not out of reach. It is shaped by what you do daily. Somebody has just put in the chat that her diabetes has been getting worse. You are in the right place. If you do as we say, you will see the difference. And this is what I can promise you. I've done this for so long that I say that whatever you do, you can change your course. You can change your course, the course of the condition. So you don't need extreme changes. Most people, when they're told to go see a dietitian, they're just scared. They're thinking, oh my goodness, they'll tell me, stop this, stop this. No, we do not. We don't stab you. We don't recommend extreme changes. Okay? We recommend sustainable changes, okay? And of course, you don't need to do everything at once. You just need to get started and ask the questions as you go, and the support will be there. Because when lifestyle changes, your health is going to change. The health of your family changes. The communities change, and that is why I believe strongly and confidently that the future of health is lifestyle, and DTLC is a solution. And so I'll end this by saying, if you're taking drugs without eating properly, it's like washing hands and drying them in the dirt. So diet is king, and then the others. Thank you very much.
You want to ask us questions, Dr. Ari?
Yes, so I'll ask questions. I have to put a Mentimeter. So the first thing we want to do here is putting a Mentimeter. I'm putting it on the chat. Please just log on to that and then put your name, because the most active participant is going to get a gift, which Lydia is going to tell us. So there is a Mentimeter, but I'll also just share the presentation. So you can scan, for those who have a scanner. We'll do just a few questions and then we will take it from there. And it is going to move very fast. So just put your name, that there are many Alices, there are many Carols, there are many Janes. So just put it in pool. And then, yes. So 6 players, 7 players ready. I'm just waiting for people and then I can get started on it. Okay, that is 8 out of 60. At least let's get 30. Okay, let's go. So I'll start the quiz. How are you joining us today? Relaxed, curious, want to improve my health? Yes. Sorry, it's too fast. Yes. So most people relaxed. I want to improve my health. Yes. Curious. All very good. Thank you very much. On to the next question. Medium, eh? Yeah. Oh, we forgot to put that. Sorry. So medium. So we hope that many people can have high energy, but that's good. That's a good start. Okay, next question. Thank you. Which habit is hardest to stay consistent with? And for those who are not able to log in, you can also put in the chat. So at least let's hear you. So everybody's active. Yes. Still getting responses, 17 of 24. Eh? Yeah, yes. You can see that we have different challenges, eh? It's either exercise, eating healthy, sleeping, managing stress, drinking enough water, and all this is this is some of the things we talk about in the group, and you definitely get support for that. So well done on participation. One more before we go on to the next session. What is one healthy habit you're proud of? Oh, so two more. So one more to go after this. What is one healthy habit you're proud of? Good. Healthy eating, managing stress, healthy eating, managing stress. I can see that in the chat also. Hmm? What is one healthy habit you're proud of? Okay, very good. Yeah, so you can see that the one most people are proud of here is eating healthy eating. That has got the largest number. So well done. And even in the group is eating healthy, eating healthy. So are this all ex-DTLC or we have some new ones who are also eating healthy? So well done. Those are really good habits. Okay, so I'll go to the next one and then we'll take a break. All right. Which unhealthy habit are you not proud of? Which unhealthy habit are you not proud of? Maybe for those who just come now, there's a link for Mentimeter again. Yes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The chat, eating late, not eating healthy, not exercising enough. Snacking, sleeping late, not exercising. Yes. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, keep going. Okay, so you can see that sleeping late, not exercising, snacking seems to be a problem here also. So the large words are the ones that there's a bigger problem, eh? So that's not working, yeah? Lack of consistency, lack of exercising. So yes. So with DTLC, after 12 weeks, this will no longer be a problem because you're not alone. You have a very big support system. So we'll pause it for now and continue later. So thank you very much. And over to you, Miss Lorraine.
Okay, so Dr. Joan, just as we wind up, let's just clarify what is the challenge you've told us to do starting today?
Yes, is to stop eating dinner. Stop eating dinner like a king and eat dinner like a pauper. We've done a lot of surveys talking to corporate people or when we go to give talks at corporates, and most people they get home at 9 because they left the house very early in the morning to try and beat the traffic. So they get home at 9 and they eat a huge meal and they've been starving the whole day. Remember, you're going to sleep. So even if we reason logically, you wake up in the morning to go to work, you need more energy. You're going home to sleep, you need less energy. So for you to sleep better, and you can see here, you're saying sleeping late, lack of sleep is a big problem. You need to eat less so that when you wake up in the morning, you're refreshed. So when you eat a large meal at night, you don't sleep well, you're always tired, and you're always tired. And so imagine you're always tired, you're managing people, you are managing your health, you're managing your family, and you're always tired. I mean, what's going to happen? It's definitely a problem. So no large dinners. The animal protein, the meat, bring it in the morning and eat vegetables and a small carb. Lots of vegetables, small carb for dinner. Call me in 1 week. Thank you.
I like the confidence. So I
Yeah.
believe that that answers Jay Olang's question. His question was, what is an ideal meal for dinner? But I
Mm-hmm.
think if he joins the program, you'll be able to get more details about that. Not that we
Mm-hmm.
give a diet, but to help you to plan better.
Mm.
Mary Njoroge asks, does the program help someone manage bipolar disorder? And I see Dr. Nelly right there. So what do you have to say about that, Dr. Alice?
I think let's leave Dr. Nelly to answer that.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes. But as she gets ready, so when it comes to nutrition, everybody eats, whether you have mental health issues or not. When you don't manage your diet, for example, what you've talked about, you eat a large dinner, you don't sleep, you're always tired. If you have any condition, it's not going to go well if you don't eat healthy. You're always tired, you're fatigued. So it messes up with your moods, your reaction, everything. So then, yes, bipolar, when it comes to nutrition, your diet is king. So yes, you will benefit from the program by changing your diet. Yes.
Okay. Dr. Nelly, you want to make a comment?
Yes.
I think
She's a
Dr.
psychologist. Yeah.
We'll meet her.
Um, I think Dr. Ojuang has put it very, very well that in everything that we do and all the conditions that we suffer, what we eat, how we relate emotionally with ourselves plays a very big role. So, bipolar or no bipolar, you need to check on what you're eating and then take care of all the other things that have been mentioned, and then go for a proper assessment of your emotional well being, and you're
Mhm.
good to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, in addition to that, at DTLC, we also work with the psychologist, which is here, Dr. Nelly Otieno. We work with the medical doctors. Dr. Jalango is here. We have Dr. Nyawera. We work with, different professionals to meet your needs. Yes. So thank you, Dr. Nelly. Yeah.
Okay. I see Nelly
Mhm.
is happy. No, no, not
Mhm.
Nelly, sorry. Mary Njoroge is happy. Thank you, Dr. Nelly, for that. Okay. Any other questions? Please feel free to put them on the chat. They shall be addressed. So thank you,
Mhm.
Dr. Ojong, for that. We appreciate, and we have a tip to work with starting tomorrow, because maybe we've already had dinner. That dinner with a lot of meat or whatever has
Mhm.
already happened. So let's start on this from tomorrow. And you said you're challenging us to call you in a week. We have your number.
Yes.
Okay, great. So you told us about the various professionals you work with. And so we'll
Mhm.
ask Lydia to help us meet the team so that we just know who is behind the program, what makes it a success.
All right, good evening. We are so glad you made time to join us this evening. We warmly welcome you to the DTLC community. Well, as part of my role this evening, I'd like to introduce the specialists who support you or who will support you throughout the DTLC program. Well, you've heard DTLC is not a one-person journey. It is supported by a team of professionals who work with you, guide you, and equip you with the right knowledge in order to help you make better decisions. So tonight we are joined by three of the specialists. Sadly, some of them couldn't make it this evening, but be assured if you join DTLC 12, you will walk this journey with them. So one of them was our dear dietitian, Dr. Juan. Then we'll proceed to meet the other specialist. We'll start with Dr. Atieno Jalango, our diabetes care specialist, and she will help us briefly try to understand how lifestyle change can reduce medication intake and improve overall health. Then we'll also talk to Dr. Nelly Otieno, who will talk to us about stress and lifestyle diseases. So let's start off with Dr. Atieno Jalango. Dear doctor, are you in the room?
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, Lydia.
Yes.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be here to usher you all into DTLC 12. It was a journey that began with a single step, and slowly we are making progress, changing lives one person at a time. So, I'm Atiene Jilang. I'm a diabetes care and education specialist. I have been taking care of the sweet people for over 25 years. And this evening, I'm delighted to welcome you to DTLC and just to give you a brief of how important lifestyle is. Lifestyle is basically how you live, and it is shaped by your habits, your choices, your values, and the environment that you expose yourself to it. So when we look at your daily habits and routines, this is how you eat and drink, what you breathe in, how you sleep, how active you are, how you manage stress, and whatever, how much stress you also expose yourself to. And then, of course, very, very important, how you relate with yourself and with others. Okay? When we do not have a balance in the way we relate, we do not obey the order of nature, we don't take care of our bodies, then our bodies misfunction. And that is why lifestyle is so important. And when we are looking at chronic diseases such as diabetes, because most of these chronic diseases are as a result of disruption in the internal functioning of your hormones, your what is called the endocrine system. So when this goes out of balance, then your body starts misbehaving. Okay? Now, when you are faced with a chronic disease, you can't simply manage it with the things that caused the problem. So you need to change. You need to obey your body, be cognizant of how it works, and adjust to it. Okay? So, for example, if you sleep well, you give your body time to recover, you give your body time to repair and to build new cells. If this doesn't occur, you create metabolic stress. And this is the same stress, even the stress that you're exposed to in your relationships. Your body just recognizes the stress and the body reacts to whatever stressor in the same way by producing cortisol and other catecholamines, that's your adrenaline and even your growth hormone. And these sometimes can be in excess, and this is what disrupts body functioning. Now, when we address lifestyle, when we have chronic conditions, we reset the balance. And the moment you reset the balance, the body recognizes it, whatever stage you are, and then it begins to function better. For some people, it will mean totally going off your medication. For some, it's a reduction in your medication, but the most important is there will always be an improvement in your quality of life, and you ward off a lot of complications. So I'll stop there. Join DTLC and learn more if you have not already joined. And I'll now hand over to Lydia.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much. So, are you living with a lifestyle-related condition? The reset the balance. Thank you so much, Dr. Jalango. Well, going over to Dr. Nelly Otieno, our psychiatrist, she will briefly talk to us about stress and lifestyle diseases. How can you support us, Dr.
Thank you very much, Lydia. I'll be very brief. Just to say that stress has always been viewed as an emotional experience, but not as a biological force that plays an important role. But when stress is unresolved and the body keeps the scores, just like Dr. Jalango has mentioned about adrenaline and even the cortisol, they increase because of fight or flight stress reactions, causing health complications. For example, your blood, it increases your blood sugar, and even the blood pressure goes up. Okay, so unresolved stress issues can also make it hard to progress with treatment for lifestyle diseases. For example, things like diabetes and even hypertension. And therefore, disruption of insulin occurs, constant pain and even fatigue, difficulties with sleep, and even loss of appetite. So, when do you begin to look for help? For example, when the presence of body symptoms that have no clarified medical cause, some of them, we call them psychosomatics. When you see that, it's important that you begin to run for help. Concerns in withdrawal from social setups, when feelings of overwhelm, even by small tasks, persistent disruption of sleep, and even eating patterns. And so us at Restore and Renew, especially on mental health, we come in with reduction of emotional overload by creating a safe space to unburden your pressures. We also help you to identify the stress triggers, how to calm the body and the mind when triggered by stress. And then we help you reduce unhelpful thoughts, processes that aggravate stresses. And where you come in as an individual, we work together with you to be able to attend. You are supposed to attend our assessments. The assessment helps with the introspection of the self. If you feel you need help after your assessment, you book a session. And this sometimes first time becomes difficult, but it's actually doable. We also work with your therapist. You work with the therapist to be able to construct your therapy goals and inventory. And lastly, we ask you to be gracious with the process of therapy because Rome was actually not built in one day. So you need to be consistent with your therapy sessions so that you can actually be able to achieve more help. And therefore, to understand your body, you need to understand your mind. And we are here to actually support you on that.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Nelly Otieno. So sleep, our eating habits could actually be related to stress. And our dear doctor, our psychologist, Dr. Nelly Otieno, is here to guide us through. Now, it is very important for me to mention that these are just 3 doctors. They're just a glimpse of the expert support available in the DTLC team. Would you like to meet the rest? Well, we have prepared a short presentation or a picture for you to see the people we shall be dealing with. So this is the team. We have Dr. Nyawera Maina, diabetes care specialist. We have nutritionists, actually 2 come from the UK. They are our guest nutritionists. And we have one, Irene Otieno from Canada. We have Hiba, Professor Hiba, and Dr. Ivan Sasamani. Also, we are supported by Dr. Sally Karaoke, a podiatrist. Have you ever heard of one? Would you like to see one? Those are the benefits of DTLC program. We have Yvonne Carrier on glucose monitoring, Professor Tamari Rotich on sexual medicine, together with Dr. Victor Bakoya, public health. So these are some of the benefits you get once you join the DTLC program. Of course, we have to say, if you were to see some of these doctors in their offices, the price will be double. So you try to use this opportunity that you have, DTLC program, here to support you with different specialities. So these specialists are actually available to you. They will guide you, they will support you, and they will walk with you through this journey. This is an opportunity to learn, to be guided, and to be supported through your lifestyle journey, the decision that you have made today. So if you haven't officially enrolled yet, this is the time to do that. If you're already part of this program, invite somebody who could benefit from this kind of support. Take advantage of what we offer. Thank you so much, and over to you, Lorraine.
Thank you, Lydia and the team. We are very happy to know that there's a team of specialists behind all of this, and hence the success. But tell us, and shall we ask Felix to tell us, what is the investment? What do I need to pay if I want to join DTLC 12? Felix, the boy child, tell us.
Yes. Actually, I want to thank everyone for being with us tonight, at least to take charge of their health. I'm Tendea Milabi Felix, and I'm here to take you on how to get started with DTLC. First of all, I'll start with a question. How long have you been telling yourself that I need to take charge of my health or my diabetes seriously soon? To many people, the soon becomes months or even years. And at that time, their sugar rises, their weight increases, and sometimes even the complication begin to start quietly. That's why I'm here today to tell you that it's time to not to postpone your charge to your health, and it's time now to introduce or to work confidently to DTLC 12, which is our 12-week program that is aimed towards helping you to prevent and manage and also to take charge of your health in a structured and supportive manner. Details 12 is not more about restriction, pressure, or impossible routines, just about science that is backed with nutrition, science-backed nutrition, African heritage dietary principles, simple realistic movement, and also mindset change with consistent accountability. And because the truth is, most of the people, they don't struggle because they lack information, but most people struggle because they're trying to face the diabetes monster alone. So in DTLC 12, you'll be able to receive practical nutritional guidance. You'll be helped to stabilize your blood sugars. You'll be supported to reduce carbs safely. Also, you'll be helped in general movement plans like walking, weekly coaching, and also you'll be working as a community to walk the journey together. And we know this works because we have seen many people gain more energy, they have lost weight, they've been able to reduce cravings, they've been able to improve their sleep, they've been able to stabilize their sugars and also rebuild their habits that truly last. So let's talk about the investment. This program will be a 12-week program that will be costing 30,000 shillings with a very flexible payment plan. So if you'll be able to and ready to join, I will be able to share with you a registration form on the chat, and also we'll be able to share across all our platforms. So if you want to join, you can reach out to us so that at least maybe you can help you take charge, prevent, and also control and reduce the burden and also reverse the adverse events of diabetes. Thank you.
So you said again, the investment is 30,000, eh? And if it is in for somebody who's out of the country, who doesn't pay in Kenya shillings?
We also have a platform where you do enable card through the form, so they'll be able to pay for the plan, so they are covered.
They can pay all, okay, internationally. Lydia, how much is that in
250 USD.
250 USD. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend. So as we come to the end of the program, maybe one burning question, just one burning question that should wrap it up, because I think everybody who has put their questions on the chat has gotten an answer. Do we have a burning question as we
Yes.
wind up?
So
Okay.
somebody asked, is there anyone to call to have a more understanding of the details? Yes. If you also post your email here, we'll send you something, but there's a number and there's a registration link, which we will send you information. And where can I get a recording of this session? You need to leave your email. We'll put it on our YouTube channel and you can access it from there. And yes, GLP we answered. We don't prescribe medication here and we work with your doctor. So we always send you back to your doctor. So we are not we're not prescribing for you. We are sending you back to your doctors. Unless now you need, you don't have a doctor that you're working with and you need one, then we can always recommend. Yes. Somebody says, can fasting help? Fasting helps, but also you can't fast without knowing your lifestyle, because people do a lot of intermittent fasting, and then at the end of it, they go back to being a carbohydrate junkie, and the situation is worse. So fasting can help with education, and at DTLC we also teach you about fasting as a benefit, but only after you have learned the basics, movement, food, and all those things. Yes. So a lot of them are, yes. Jackie here says, yeah, the session has been, yeah, can a pre-diabetics state be reversed completely. That's the easiest to reverse, the easiest. Either you're newly diagnosed, pre-diabetic, the easiest to reverse. So start now before you start taking a lot of medication. Yes, so somebody says, I'm requesting for checkup. We don't do checkup. We are an lifestyle education program. So when you come, we teach you how to use your tools. We don't do checkup. So we won't check your blood sugar. We'll send you to the lab to do some blood test. So we don't do checkup. It's for education. So you join the program. We educate you every week. Every week you have something to do. And somebody also asked, how long is it? It is 12 weeks, maybe actually 14 weeks, because today is just introduction. So we start now the sessions next week. So as I said, session 1 is what is your why, and evaluate your health, evaluate your health. Where are you at your health? So that will be the topic for next week. And then we go on to different nutrition sessions. So it's a 12 weeks program. Every week we meet at 8 p.m. on Monday, and we have 1.5 hours to take you through the session, find out how you're doing, answer your questions. We have a WhatsApp support where you post your questions, and we are interacting during the week. Thank you very much. I think I've answered all the questions that were on the chat. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
But we have one more Menti question.
We have one more question, or we have some few minutes for one last question.
Yes, a Menti question. Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the Mentimeter question. So actually there are 2 last questions. Sorry, we went a bit out of time. Let me just share this slide. So you still have your Mentimeter. If your body could talk, what would it ask for more of right now? Would it ask for rest, movement, better food, less stress, medical checkup? If your body could talk to you, what would it be asking for? Yes. Please, I also put in the chat. Let's see what's in the chat. Better food and movement. Exercise, movement. Rest. Yes. Mentipita people, 29 persons. Yes, let's answer. All the above. Yeah. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Yes. All right. Then I'll go to the last question. So thank you. So you know what your body is talking. Your body always talks to you. So let's never ignore the body. You know when you're constipated. You know when you have acidity. You know when you're not sleeping. The body is giving you signs. It's warning you. So let's always listen to the body. Okay, so the last question. Yes, so which area of health would you most want to improve right now? Which area of health would you most want to improve right now? We can see the answers. Last one. After today's session, what is one habit you feel ready to start or improve? What do you feel ready to start or improve? Thank you for everybody putting their messages on the chat also. We appreciate your participation. Reduce carbs. We have a session called Carbohydrate Intelligence that helps you to really think about your carbs twice. We don't limit. We don't tell you to remove it. We just really give you education, empower you to make the changes. Yes. I wish all the 30 participants registered on this would actually just answer this question pretty fast. Can we give it 2 minutes? Eating habit and movement, exercise, less sugar and bread. Somebody put on the chat, better sleep. Okay, thank you so much. I think we stop there. We can see exercise, yes. So, yes, thank you so much. And what we can say is that, you know what you need to change on. Your body knows. We all know, and we even know exactly what to do. But sometimes you need help, and that's why DTLC is there. So out of all these exercises we've done, you know exactly what you need to do. So let us know how we can help you. Thank you very much, and over to you, Lorraine. Yes.
Thank you very much, Dr. John. Let's have a last minute. I'll give you Dr. Ateno. If somebody is wondering, should I join the program? Should I not? What is your story?
What I would say in a nutshell is life matters. And you can't do anything without being in good health. So, an investment in your life, and especially anything that makes your life better, is a worthwhile investment. So, this is something that anyone who wants to have a good quality of life should invest in. It's an investment for life, and definitely you will feel so much better and you will be able to enjoy your life, to live with fullness of life. So it is a wise investment.
Thank you very much. Dr. Otieno, what is your story? If somebody's a bit confused and wondering, should I do this? Should I not?
I don't think there's any better thing that one can do than join the program. Literally, you have everything that you've ever wanted to hear, wanted to learn, and the steps that you've ever wanted to make. This is the right time to do it. So do not hesitate. Don't wait for the next one. Let's start this journey and move on. It's the best place to find yourself.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And Dr. Joan, closing, parting shot.
I thought I was done. Parting shot is
Yes.
just remember, people are building hospitals in your neighborhood. Okay? So is it because of you or is it because of your neighbors? And if you are going to do something about your health, then you also need to help the community around you. We have all natural doctors. Everything you've said here are natural doctors. Movement is a natural doctor. Sleep is a natural doctor. Remember, God created you and God created 18 hours. One of the nutritionists who's not here now says that you have 24 hours. 8 hours is for sleeping. 8 hours is for working. You still have another 8. So if you're not sleeping properly, what are you doing really? And it's a natural doctor, fresh air, natural doctor. So we're here to support you. You have a whole community, and it's not just us, plus the other participants who've registered. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So anything you need, the help you need will be provided by Lydia. So Lydia, what do you say?
I look forward to sending out the emails tomorrow. Thank you for leaving your email addresses, receiving your phone calls, and helping you get started with DTLC 12. Thank you.
Great. So we're ready. We're ready for you, and we are ready to help you to make your life better. One wise man, Mahatma Gandhi, said, "It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold and silver." So take care of your body because it's the only place you have to live. So think about that, join DTLC, carry on your health programs, and we shall be happy to help you to do this. Thank you all for joining us this evening. DTLC for life. Have a good night.